Well, howdy there, folks. I reckon if you've ever wondered what it looks like when a brain's been left out in the sun a bit too long, well, you might want to take a gander at Donald Trump these days. Our man just declared that World War II ended on May 8th, 1945. Like that was the whole shebang. War's over, pack it up, see y'all at the sock hop. Now, I ain't no history professor, but I'm pretty sure the United States was still throwing punches with Japan all the way up until August. You know, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, all that tiny little detail. But I guess in Trump's America, wars end whenever he remembers to write it on his calendar. Now, this ain't the first time old Don's gotten history twisted up like a tumbleweed in a windstorm. Remember back when he tried to buy Greenland? Or when he claimed airports were around during the Revolutionary War? I'm half expecting him to announce he just closed a real estate deal on Atlantis. But this one's special. This one's got that extra dash of brain fog that makes you wonder if maybe his staff's been swapping out his Diet Cokes with straight-up moonshine. And just to put a cherry on this historical Sunday, Trump said we're gonna have 2 victory days now. One for World War I and one for World War II. Both on the wrong dates, of course.
And I really believe it's a shame. You know, I was watching for the last week, and I noticed France, I noticed other countries all getting ready for Victory Day. And I said, that's sort of strange, because David just added something. He said, we also rebuilt the world. And I didn't have that, and I should have that. That was a big factor. But I noticed all of the countries, Russia, having a big day tomorrow. And by the way, they lost millions of people, and they were absolutely a major factor. All Americans should take pride in what these incredible patriots have achieved. So I just want to say happy Victory Day to all. So we are celebrating every year now. I can guarantee for 4 years, but I think after that, we're going to have 2 victory days, World War I and World War II. This is World War II Victory Day.
He even floated the idea of replacing Veterans Day. You heard that right. He wants to swap out a day where we honor every soldier who's put their life on the line. For a day where we just pat ourselves on the back for winning wars Trump can't even remember the right dates for. Hell, why stop there? Let's just go ahead and rename Thanksgiving while we're at it. Call it Donald Trump Invented Turkeys Day. But hold your horses, 'cause it gets better. Trump's plan is to celebrate these new victory days without actually giving folks a day off. He's renaming holidays but not making them holidays. That's like throwing yourself a birthday party and telling all your guests to stay home.
In the future, we're going to have a major celebration of each day. We're not going to have days off because we don't have enough days in the year. We have too many celebrations already.
Now, I don't know what he's talking about. Last I checked, the man spent more time on a golf course than a caddy with a sleeping bag. Now look, if you're enjoying watching me roast this historical revisionism like a pig at a Texas barbecue, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ain't no holidays required for that, partner. All right, where was I? Ah yes, Trump's historical blender. The man's gone and rewritten World War II like it's a badly plagiarized book report. According to him, America didn't just help win the war. We apparently won it single-handedly, carried the world on our backs, and brought the troops home before Japan even had time to wave the white flag.
There was no major factor like us. We won the war, and we won it with the help of others. But everybody was celebrating but the United States of America. And I said, you know, I think it's time that we start celebrating victory.
Now, I gotta say, I admire the confidence of someone who can just move the end of a world war around like he's rescheduling a tea time. But here's the kicker. His own advisors apparently didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Reporters asked him about his new Victory Day proclamation, and his folks just looked around like someone had pulled the fire alarm. We're celebrating what now? In May? For which war? It's like watching a magic trick, but instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, Trump just pulls nonsense out of thin air, and everybody around him just nods like that's completely normal. Now, I I don't know about you, but if I had a president who couldn't remember when World War II ended, I'd start double-checking the locks on the old nuclear football. But hey, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, or maybe I just paid attention in history class. Either way, I reckon this ain't the last time Trump's gonna make up his own version of reality. Hell, by next week, he might declare the moon landing happened in his backyard. Well, folks, that's about all the history rewriting I can stomach for one day. If you had a good laugh and maybe learned something in the process, go on and click that subscribe button. I promise you, I won't declare it a national holiday, but I might throw in a few extra jokes just for you. Y'all take care now.